All right, we should be live, I think, soon. I just hit the start streaming, so. Okay, let me hop over here and thanks. I thought they would be good. Here, let's get a little bit of music while we're getting everything set up. How's the audio sounding? How's the audio sounding, chat? I can turn my mic up a little. Wait, what? Is that a little better on my mic? Okay. Sounds good, they say. Alrighty. So, welcome everyone to the Zelda 2 Randomizer run. I'm going to be playing the flags for the that are going to be used in the upcoming Zelda 2 Randomizer tournament in the Swiss phase at the beginning of the tournament. So these are simpler flags that are not going to be super punishing, but they're still pretty bad. So this should be good fun. We got all kinds of exciting things going on in this randomizer. I think I'm going to play as Pride on the on there. So I guess without further ado, I think I am gonna get started. Do you want to count me down, or should I just go?
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. Oh, nice, thank you. And you can see right away we have randomized overworlds. So, what we want to do is find a lot of items first, and so we're looking into the caves. And you can see we also have a randomized tunic color, and the beam sprite is a bubble in this. So... yeah, so a lot of things are randomized. We just got the any key, so that is awesome. We found let me mark the tracker to help everyone follow along. We found the any key in there, and continue. So overworld is randomized, enemies are randomized, palace locations are randomized, so they can switch between continents. The spell that you get from the town is randomized. Item locations are randomized. Basically, I don't know, there's still more stuff that's randomized than that, and it's hard to remember it all. The palace layouts are shuffled too, so pretty much I don't know where anything is right now. So we get the shield spell. In Rauru, we found shield. It is not. The randomizer has sanity checks that makes sure that the seed is beatable, so... and normally in the vanilla, this room is a P-bag cave, so... in vanilla speedruns, you never see this cave. But now with the randomizer, it can have items in it, so that means we gotta go digging through it. No, mostly I am just looking for caves, because that's where the majority of the items on the western continent are. I need to find the raft so I can get over to the eastern continent at some point. Some people have a general pattern they try to follow to explore the overworld. I just kind of go, so I don't have anything to get what I need in that town, so we're not gonna waste our time in there. Here we have the magic container cave. Oh. Thank you so much, Mag. Okay, we found the boots in the magic container cave. There is Death Mountain and there's a Maze Island, and those are shuffled and randomized. There is the River Devil in here, but the River Devil is often not required. The boots let you walk on water, so they really help for overworld exploration. And in the vanilla game, they only let you walk on some water, but on the randomizer, they actually let you walk on any water tiles, so... So we have a couple of... So, also, all of these lone... Oh, here we're in Death Mountain, so I'm gonna duck in trying to find Hammer Cave. Duck into these caves. Death Mountain can be kind of a pain, so a lot of times we don't like to spend more time in there than we have to. I would like to kill this Dyra for the experience, though. There we go. And that puts us almost at what we need for attack 2. We see the boulder at the top of the screen, that's going to be an item, but we don't have the hammer to get that. So we're going to go ahead and take that attack level. We'll take life 3 too. Life early on helps a lot for survivability. Life and attack are really the more important ones early on. You really don't have to level the magic up very high, just so long as you can cast your spells. Especially since we have the magic key. Okay. We did not find anything else down there, so we're gonna up A and get started again. Thank you all for the compliments, chat. So there are 3 spells that are generally always required, and that's Fairy, Reflect is required to kill the boss of Palace 4, and Thunder is required to kill the Thunderbird boss, which in these flags, Thunderbird is required in Great Palace. So that was a terrible, terrible encounter. Okay, so see, we're making use of the boots right here to walk on water. Let's check out down here. Oh, that's nice. It lets us... Wow, I've never seen that before. This is a path encounter, but it was somehow the water overwrote the path and we still have this bubble encounter. That's kind of trolly. Jump is sometimes required, but it is not always. That was a connector cave. We don't really need to go through there. This is Palace 1. So Palace 1 I'm just going to flag as being on the western continent. And actually I'm going to up A. I have keys to get through here. I'm going to go ahead and tackle Palace 1 at this point. So... oh, the palace colors are shuffled. So, which enemies take experience, I think, are also shuffled. The amount of experience that it costs to get each level is shuffled. And I think the magic cost to cast each spell is also shuffled, so... Not really. So one thing that we keep in mind is, so in Palaces 1, 1, 2, and 5, the item room opens, you enter the item room by going to the left. and you always enter the boss room going to the right. So we can take advantage of that in our exploration of the palace to try to find what we're looking for. Like this Palace 1 is a small palace, so you pretty much always want to full clear it. And this is a dead end room, so I'm gonna not go back there. Yeah, the wall skelly is the official mascot of the Zelda 2 randomizer. Basically that happens because when the skeletons spawn off screen, they spawn at the ceiling, and if there's the wall in the way, they just get stuck in the ceiling. So... that's a good question. You can tell based on the rooms that are in there, and also the statue out front in certain palaces has different things in it. And the pillars, the end of the like the top of the columns are shaped differently for the palaces. So I can tell by that face-looking one that it's Palace 1, 4, and Great Palace have that that pillar head, and so knowing that there wasn't a flying Moa at the entrance to the palace, I knew it wasn't Palace 4, and we didn't have the Great Barrier, so I knew it wasn't the Great Palace. So we want to get... One of the things that the vanilla speedrun does that we take advantage of a lot in the speedrun is trying to power level our attack and take advantage of the bonus you get from the gem. So we just got in here, we got the flute. I'm gonna go ahead and flag that. That's because I got the magical key, so I don't actually need any other keys throughout the entire game. Yep, so it's a pretty cool thing. And I think we're probably gonna come up on Horsehead soon. Only 20 for that Stalfos. The experience the enemies give you is also shuffled. It can go up or down 2 values in the experience chart. Oh, we got that Stalfos jumped up to the ceiling. Okay, we're gonna pass on that. We'll probably take... Okay, how many lives do I have? I still have 2 lives, so I'm doing good. This randomizer flag set does have extra keys in palaces, which helps particularly beginners when it can be difficult to get through and survive in the palaces and make your way if you don't have enough keys. These flags may be a little bit more challenging, but there are certainly ways to tweak it to make it even more approachable, I would say. Oh, right. I don't know. So we're... Oh, no. So, we finished that. We'll go ahead and take the life level. Okay. So the, I don't know why I'm going into this encounter, but the palace doesn't turn into a stone in the randomizer after you've full cleared it, which is convenient if you want to go back and farm experience or something. One other thing I should mention is that you may have noticed or may have not realized is the seed did start me out with the candle. So here is Saria, where we can get a free spell. We just have to get the mirror from under this table. So you don't have to start with the candle, but these flags do. So if you watch the tournament starting after SGDQ, this is the spell we got in Saria. Okay. So you don't have to start with anything, but it does let you start with certain things to make it a little bit easier, so... Oh, I didn't check this palace. This is Palace 5. I don't think I want to do Palace 5 yet. So the spell lets me turn enemies into bots, which are the, like, blue jelly enemies. And it also lets me, we didn't have the item for that to get the spell in that town. It also lets me, nope, that's a through cave, a connector cave. It also lets me, in the town of New Kasuto, it lets you get, an item at the end of town. Let's see. Oh, just a pea bag. We'll take that though. I probably should have taken the magic level up. That's okay. Oh. And yes, enemies still hit hard in this game, so... Oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me that Palace 5 was on the west. This is, or wait, this is either Palace 3 or 6. We don't know, but I don't have the glove, so I don't want to go into there yet. But, okay, this is going to be the other end of Saria, so doesn't really help us right now. That's Jump Cave, which is another connector cave that we don't care about. We found the raft spot, which is great once we have the raft. That'll allow us to get to the eastern continent. That's the other end of Jump Cave. Let's see, do we have... Oh, there's a cave here I don't think we've been in. This is Heart Container Cave. So we shall see what we can get here. So in the randomizer, you can walk on any water within the boundary of the map. So we found in this was Heart Container Cave. We found a heart container. So someone tell Digshake his randomizer is not random enough. And this is Medicine Cave. So we may have to do an early Palace 5. We're running out of item locations on the western continent, so... And the enemies like to read your D-pad, so sometimes you might see me do jumps for no reason, and that's so I can keep moving without inputting the jump on the D-pad. To control where the enemies are. We don't have... Oh, we got the raft! Okay, that is good. We can explore the eastern continent now. That is here. There's nothing required for it, it's just that it's a large palace. And Boss Guma is difficult with low levels, so I like to try to do that one later if I can. Okay. And we did go in there. Okay. So... Actually, this one had the... Nope, I guess it's a different encounter. I thought that had the, red Dyra in there to kill for a good 150 experience. One interesting thing about these bubbles is they always knock you to the right, so going to the left in that screen is actually slightly more dangerous. Zelda 2 Rev Mode GM when? I don't know. When that's a thing, maybe I'll try it. Okay. Just the way the game was coded, so we got a nice... I kind of want to wait. That bumped us up a lot. So on that heart container grass tile, we got a pea bag. There we go. I'd really like to get the attack level up to 4. So, did we... I don't think we explored up and over here, did we? Or I can't remember now. That's one thing about the shuffled overworld. Sometimes it can be easy to forget where you've explored. Okay, we did go into there. I did want to go back down along the bottom here to see if there were any caves along this mountainside. And then, actually at this point I might go over to the eastern continent. Oh. Yeah. The overworld generation logic has changed a bit so that there are a bit more like landmarks and stuff, and it's more differentiable, but it definitely can be easy to get lost. Okay, there is some stuff over to the right. We might... can we get to there if we go up and right? That's right on the border, so we're probably gonna have to... I'm wasting some time here, apparently, because I'm exploring poorly. So we're gonna have to make our way back down to the southern part of the continent. And I'm pretty sure I already explored this cave, but we'll just duck in to check. Yep. Okay. And... I think it's the small encounters that have the red Dyras in them. Well, we'll take that fairy encounter. I was trying to get the small enemy encounter. Oh, I guess, was that on the north side of the continent? I can't remember now. Oh, 20 for these Megmats. Okay, so there is... Oh, here's the other thing, is all of this swamp, we joke that Dig Shake the creator of the randomizer gets paid based on how much swamp he puts in the game. So... Okay, which caves? I found... Oh, I didn't mark what I got in the P-Bag cave. I don't remember what I got in that cave. But I found that already, so I've actually found all the stuff on the western continent. Let's see if this is an item cave. Okay, that's a connector cave. We can get around here to the south. Can't get down to there. So this is a bit dangerous coming in here low-leveled. There could be some bad enemies, some strong enemies. There are also possibly some enemies that are immune to sword attacks. Okay, so this one is possibly an item. It's a P-Bag cave. I should not attack him. He could really wreck me right now. Oh, I haven't flagged the magic container, so that sounds right. Only 70. We got the cross. That means we can see flying enemies in the flying blue eyeball enemies or blue moas on the eastern continent. So it's not by no means is it a required item, but it's not one that you're ever disappointed to find. Oh, he almost got me there. And this P-Bag, or is this? This is another P-Bag cave, so it could have an item in it. In vanilla, this cave just had an item in it. Or just had a P-Bag, rather. Okay, who's our enemy here? Is it another friendly... that's the enemy that's in this room in vanilla. Oh, and it's just a... I really don't want to die, because I only need 34 more experience to get attack 4. But those coconuts, as we call them, can really do a lot of damage, so... This is not a fun... Oh, that Moa was scary. I thought he was gonna get me. Of course, that fairy spawn runs away. Right. Yeah. Okay, we got our attack there, so I'm gonna up A to refill lives and then go back to the eastern continent. Yeah, I can definitely see that too, and the main thing I like about this game, though, is the combat. It just is really, really nice. Although, I don't want to do that encounter. Yeah, the combat system in this is, I don't know, in my opinion, it's got the best combat of any Zelda game, although I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I've heard that one's a good one. Yeah, and it's, like, I mean, especially at the time, it was very common for sequels of popular video games to be quite a bit different from the original, because the developers, I think, at the time really thought that players didn't want just more of the same, they wanted a whole new game experience, so... And I think we actually have to go through this connector cave, so... Even with the boots, we were kinda shut off from places we could explore. Ouch, he hits pretty hard. I should have cast shield on there. Okay, that's all we're gonna do there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we got, magic. And we get into here. This is the water tile for an item. And we get this lets us get the trophy lets us get a spell from, Ruto. So we'll have to go back to there at some point. Let's check out this palace. Oh, this is Great Palace. I'm gonna go ahead and up A here. We can't go into there yet since we have not yet defeated the other palaces. Okay, this is Darunia. We can't actually get a spell from this town. Okay, this is a connector cave. What's that? What's the requirement for that? So there's a kidnapped child that you need to rescue to get the spell from Darunia. And there's also, you get the upstab sword attack in there. And, but to get that you need either the fairy spell or the jump spell, and we don't have either of those yet. Okay, we can get a spell here. That's awesome. So we have to get this thirsty lady some water, so then she lets us in to get a spell. Life spell, that's a good spell. We're gonna use that a lot, I think, although that's a very expensive life spell. I think we should probably level up magic. So, let's... Yeah, cause, well, I mean, but one thing about Zelda 1 or Zelda 2 and Castlevania 2 is they both did, add RPG elements to the games. Oh, heart container from the heart container spot. I cycled the wrong direction there. Okay. Oh, and what did we get from the... Was that another... Oh, that was a red jar we got from the other P-Bag Cave, that's right. Yeah, let's take that magic level up. Yeah, in a lot of ways, like, Castlevania 2 was like the first Castlevania game of the Metroidvania style because of that. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would agree with that, but in a lot of ways it kind of was. So we got the fairy spell, which is good, from Old Kasuto. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you. That is... So this is a really interesting overworld on the Western continent. Oh, I think I can get through over here. There's a cave. Let's go here. Did we go into... Okay, this is Palace 4. We don't have the Reflect spell, so it doesn't make sense to go in here. We can't fight the boss yet. Here is New Kasuto. This entrance, she's gonna require 7 magic containers to get the item in there. It could be as low as 5 and as high as 7, so we got unlucky there. Palace 4 was on the Eastern continent. So how much is Thunder? Thunder 78. So that's a cheap Thunder cost at this point with only Magic 3. And we can cast spells so we can get the item at the end of the town. We got the hammer, which at this point I don't think the hammer is required, so $500 is an amazing donation. Wonderful. Okay, so... Oh, I'm getting Amarak. Let me fix that.
While we're working on that, some of us
It's fixed, so... Yeah, Dork, the direct capture gives me audio desync, so... So we got upstab, and if you noticed, I did the, I am playing this on actual hardware. I'm using an EverDrive for this. My stream setup is quite complicated, although for NES it's simplified because I don't have RGB mod on it yet, so... Okay, we have fairies, so we can check out this palace in Death, the Valley of Death. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna try to do the fairy feet glitch, which will let me skip this. Okay, we did it. Oh, I don't have enough to cast fairy again, so we'll just die. So what this is, if you get right into the boundary of the screen, you can actually use that to transition the wrong direction. So this is the opposite of 3 or 5 or 6. So we'll find out which one this is. I should actually up A before I do anything. So this looks like Palace 6, so we're gonna go ahead. I believe that... Yeah. Oh, we should probably... We'll just do that. Oh, this is actually not gonna be fun without downstab, so I'm gonna go back and get downstab. So, that was Palace 6 is in Death Valley. And while we're back over here, we'll get the downstab. We'll clear the 2 palaces on the western continent. And then we will make our way back to the east. So also from that process of elimination, we know Palace 3 is on the west continent, which also means Palace 2 is on Maze Island. So I'll mark that in a second. was this? That was Saria. I think this was, Mido. There's also another town we can get another spell in that we'll need to do soon. Oh, we can get this spell here. This is not the one I was expecting. Does... I thought... I have not really ventured out into other randomizers, so I mostly only play Zelda 2. So we got the infamous Fire spell, which is slightly better in this randomizer because it's paired with another spell. But generally speaking, we feel like the Fire spell is useless, so let's... Oh, Fire is paired with Fairy, so... and it's more expensive than Fairy, so it's useless. Okay, so that's 3, and we need... I really want downstab for 3. So I gotta remember where the heck, there's... I believe... Oh no, that's the other side of Saria. Yeah, mostly, downstab. So, I'm actually gonna... This, encounter is kind of terrible, so I'm just gonna fly over it. Yeah, well, and the way the enemy shuffle works on this is it's set to divide enemies into different categories of large enemies and small enemies based on their sprite size, then flying enemies and enemies on generators that just always respawn. And so it's randomizing within those groups. And so, that's why some of those, that encounter that has all those terrible enemies in it is, it actually has those worms in it in vanilla, and they get randomized with large enemies. So that's why it makes it so absolutely terrible. So I'm guessing I misremembered where Mido was, and it's gotta be on the northern part of the continent, because I was not finding it there. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of enemies read your D-pad inputs, which is tricky at first, but then once you figure out how they react, you can use it to control them, and use it to your advantage. Oh, that's... Right, and that's basically for those types of enemies, what you have to do is what we call a neutral jump, where you actually release the D-pad when you jump. And sometimes I do it better than others as far as the timing of when to release the D-pad. So, here we go, it was right by start. Sorry about that. So you can actually enter the door as a fairy as long as you cast it when you're standing on the ground. And I did it, but I didn't really describe it or anything, but you can actually enter the chimney as a fairy if you duck while you cast fairy. So now we have both sword techniques. So now let's go. We've got Palaces 5 and 3 and 5 on this continent to deal with. Oh, we've got downstab, so let's do that. Downstab makes a lot of those encounters quite a bit more simple. Okay. I think I'm gonna go to Palace 3 first, just because I'd rather fight the Palace 3 boss at a low level than the Palace 5 boss at a low level. Even though routing-wise, I guess it would be technically faster the other way. So on this one, we want to go right as much as possible because both the item room and the oh wait, we don't have the glove, do we? So we may not be able to clear this palace. We could be glove blocked in this palace, but it's also the item may not be glove blocked, and the randomizer takes that into account in its logic. So the glove breaks. There are these square blocks that those up above me there. If I had the glove, I could break them as I'm upstabbing them. Oh, we found the boss, so that's good. Let's just take care of this. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. If you stand in the right pixel here, you can cheese this boss in the corner, although... There we go. There we go. He really reads your input very strongly, and so it can be really hard to get to him because he just wants to back away as much as possible. So we'll go ahead and take our attack level, and we'll up A. One of the other things you notice about this is we do, when we up A, we start back in the palace, which is really nice. Yeah. Deep. This is a bright palace palette. So the item in this one is to the left, and it's a very large, it's the largest palace after Great Palace, so, you don't really want to be stuck full clearing this dungeon if you can avoid it. Leo Z, oh my Leo, nice. Those are 2 FFZ emotes that I have on my channel of my dog. Oh, that would be awesome. Dang it. Oh, great. Getting the blue iron knuckles on both sides, that's never painful. Okay. This is a dead-end room, so I'm actually gonna up A, because I don't want to go back through all of that stuff. So there were 2 or 3 elevators that I walked past without checking, so I'm gonna go into there. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Does that, so did that do the FFZ integration, or? Oh, cool. So, awesome. Yeah. Okay, so this is the... We need to cast Fairy here. These MOAs, though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those eyeballs are MOAs. Okay. Oh, well, my most hated enemy is probably the bots. And my most liked enemy has got to be... I did not want to take that life level. Dang it. Well, this'll be interesting now. Oh. My most liked enemy would have to be the bits. They're sweeties. They are the red blob or slime enemies, and the bots are the blue ones. The bots are jerks because they jump at you, and the bits just wiggle. So... yeah. Oh, heck. Most of them, they just call them, like, orange versus blue of their color. Or orange, red, or blue of whatever you know, the color of whatever the enemy is. The only other one that comes to mind is the bats are aches, and the blue ones are aches, and the red ones are Aikmen, I think. So, because they turn into, like, people. This room is terrible, by the way. Yeah, that comparison is drawn a lot, and I think it's a fair comparison. Yeah. Okay, gosh. See, you're starting to see how large this palace can be. Let's life up there. And here we are at the boss. Can we cast? We can't cast shield, so this will be interesting. Kind of do some safe strats here. Rising crouch stabs. Oh. Let's cast shield, queue up life. All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna take the life level that we get here. We're probably gonna max out at attack. Actually, I wanna up A. Let's go back to the East Continent now. I am. Oh. There's Leo in the webcam.
There was a Hi, Frodo. Congrats on your GM. Go outside and pee on things. Hi, MCC.
Hey, buddy. Your breath smells like dog food.
Leo thinks you're doing a really good job.
Thanks, Leo.
What's that, puppy? Eon's your favorite? Oh.
Okay, so we still haven't actually found Maze Island. Pretty sure this was Great Palace here. Okay, oh, that's Palace 4, okay. And then what was in... oh, Palace 6 was, okay. we can actually do Palace 6. We can't do Palace 4, so let's go up into Valley of Death and take out... that was up here, right? Was the entrance? There we go. So we're probably gonna start to fail on Fairy Feet since I've done it twice successfully tonight. Hey, 3 in a row. Don't have enough magic, so we'll die. Okay. Let's actually obey. So we could also be glove blocked in here, so this could be interesting. Forgot about that. Oh, great. Oh, well, we have to commit suicide so we can get more life back. Do a death abuse, as we call them. Because this room is... you have to ferry across this. Hey, we made that jump. So we have a Rebenak refight. And we made quick work of him. Okay, so this is fun. We don't have the jump spell here either. And there's a false floor, so... made the jump. Oh wait, but we don't have the gloves, so we gotta go down the Canadian hole. It was called that after one of the tournaments when a bunch of Canadian speedrunners fell into it. So we looped back on ourselves, which is okay. Okay, this is good. Lets us advance to the right. So in this palace, both the boss and the item are to the right, so we want to go right whenever possible. So let's check up. here. Another room we haven't been to, so this is good. We keep making... We're not looping back on ourselves. Can't go through there, so we gotta go left. Can't go in there, so... One more place to check, and then I think we can fall again if we backtrack. Otherwise, we may very well be glove-blocked in this palace. Okay, we gotta drop back down. Yeah, the glove is a very important item in this game. And we're gonna have to find where it is. Oh wait, no, we're... Yeah, okay, we can't go anywhere. I'm gonna go back out of here. That there might have been. I don't remember that now. Oh, we did an accidental, encounter skip. So I think we need to take a connector cave to find Maze Island, because I don't think... we still have not found where Maze Island is. It should be somewhere along the east coast. Let's just up A. Sword immune blue mala is not like this. Okay. Of course, the... I don't know why I was chasing after that fairy, though, to be honest. So here's an interesting thing. If I go through here, I'm gonna be on the path on the other side, I do believe. And I can't get up or down unless I were to do like an encounter skip. But because of the path, I can't spawn an encounter. See? And so that's shutting me out of a good portion of the map. So I need to find a connector cave somewhere to let me get into that portion. And there are apparently no caves up in this side. Yeah. Also, Dig Shake, I don't know if you saw it, but I got the bubble encounter on the western continent on a water tile. So that's... So we came in through that, so there's this cave here, and I think I went through this cave, and I think it brought me to a valley in the middle of the mountains with no outlet points. I mean, if there's time, I would definitely play some TGM. Okay. Well, yeah, see, that takes me to this 4-tile valley. Alright, well, we can play some TGM after this, I think. I don't know why I'm grabbing that. I don't think there was a cave up over here. Yeah, there's no cave here, and I can't cross into that. And down in this little area, there's nothing. Daruni, oh no, that's... We've gotten the spell there. Did we check this cave? I don't remember if we checked it. This one's a connector cave, and I don't remember checking it, so... Heck. Fair. Okay, we're in a new area. This might give us access to Maze Island, maybe? Fingers crossed. Bubbles. Please, I'm just hoping that as I move south that a bridge appears on the... There we go. And is that... I'm just wondering where we can... Oh, no, we can't get anywhere else from here. But we can get to Maze Island, so that's good. Oh, gosh. Okay. So there are 2 items in here in the overworld on Maze Island. I'm gonna search for them just because we're still looking for the glove at this point. Oh, I forgot to flag that I beat Palace 5 because I did do that. To be honest, I'm not really used to using the tracker. Most of the time, I don't even write anything down when I play this game. So, oh, right, we can walk on that. That was close. Yeah, the maze is completely differently generated. The other thing I remembered, we haven't actually been into very far into Death Mountain, so we may have to go do that. I have a feeling that you're probably already very cute, so... Okay, so we still haven't... There's a little bit to walk around here. Okay. Still haven't found a single... Hey, finally found one of them. Heart container in... that one. Okay, and this is where in vanilla the kidnapped child is. And here it's also the kidnapped child. That's good because that will allow us to get the spell from Darunia, which we're hoping at this point is the Reflect spell. So we'll go ahead and mark that. Randomizer isn't random enough, yeah. Dig Shake, fix your game. Yes, thank you very much, and I will do my best to find the glove. Don't say that, he'll add more swamp. Well, we do all know that Dig Shake is in the pocket of Big Swamp, so... No, it's Big Swamp with a $sign, Dork Master Fleck. I feel like an ice swamp would just be ice. We should actually go left here, because I want to find the item in this palace. Palace 2 isn't super big, so... you slide around, but really slowly. Okay, we can't. That's a glove required room, so we cannot go through there. Oh, bots taking away XP. I didn't think it was possible to make bots worse, but somehow Dig Shake managed to. Oh, and we get the drippers are dropping doom knockers, so that's another interesting feature. Or doom rattlers, sorry. Doom knockers are the armored ones that throw the boomerang maces. Here's the item. Let's hope for glove. It's a magic container. This is... So there's an acronym in the Zelda 2 speedrunning community, DFTG, and sometimes we joke that that stands for Don't Forget the Glove when playing Randomizer. Okay, so this is a dead-end room too. So... it's feeling like this, Palace 2 may be glove required. So... because yeah, this... we went all the way down to the right, and it was just, it was a dead-end room, I believe. Yep, this is... okay. Well... gonna go get the spell, and then I think I'm gonna have to go dive into Death Mountain, because I'm not sure where... was the grass tile up here? Or the... what is it? Oh no, that's the... for magic containers. I'm feeling like there was an overworld desert tile. No, I think I did find that. Okay, I'm just confusing myself now. Oh, dang it, that one's not... I thought that one was Darunia. Darunia must be down over to the right from here. Oh, didn't quite fill my life bar all the way. Although I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm planning on up-Aing afterwards to get into Death Mountain. So it could be in Death Mountain. We also didn't find... okay, so we got that, and that is Reflect. So we can actually go into... Well, I was gonna up A, but now I think I want to go to Palace 4. What's the important question? As far as I know, that has not been changed. Although I have in a randomizer soft-locked on a bat, a townsperson turning into a bat and killing me as I was getting healed. How much does... Reflect is 60, okay. So that's just shy of 4 boxes that it costs to cast Reflect. So this is the hardest boss in the game. Very technical fight. Your thumb can get tired. So that's... So that's at 29. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna skip the life level, and because I'm gonna search for the item in this palace, since we don't have the glove yet. So I should be able to level up and get the attack 6. See, that's right there was a prime example of why bots are the worst. It almost killed me. Okay, that's a really tight jump without casting the jump spell, but it is possible to make it. Probably should have killed those guys, but... Oh, almost. And this should be the item room, so... And it is the glove. Alright. So now at this point, I think we can just go rush to clear the game. Okay, continue. We don't have to go into Death Mountain. We can just go. I'm gonna go back to Palace 2. And then we'll go, then we'll go into Valley of Death to get Palace 6, and then we'll go back for Great Palace. And so at this point, we really don't care about the items in the palaces. The glove was really the last thing that we were concerned about. Riding that blue moa that's sword immune with downstab is kind of fun. Okay. We'll just refill everything. I have a patented strat to kill that moa, and I just keep forgetting that that's the room that I'm coming into. I think it was this one to the left, was one of these to the left was a glove blocked room, and that's where we need to go. Yes, this is our glove blocked room. And so that before we couldn't break those blocks. I'm just gonna play this room safe, because those enemies can be jerks. Oh yeah, that's why the tracker does help to keep things straight. I jumped a little too late to block that sword beam. Okay, so this is... We've got attack 6, we'll get life 7, and then next we'll just pump everything into magic, and that ought to set us up pretty good for Great Palace. So. Hey, Kid Scarlet. Okay, that was a nice encounter dodge, and then I didn't dodge the next one, but, you know. You can't understand this non-Euclidean geometry. Yeah, the things are pretty crazy in this, no, I gotta go up. Thought I was above the Valley of Death entrance, but I was below. I don't know why I grabbed that, because... Okay, so time for more... Oh. Well, fairy is less than spell, so we're just gonna fairy this. Somehow, through absolutely no practice, I've gotten good at the fairy feet skip, so... Yeah, so that's a good question. Basically, what you do, the way the pass-through encounters on the overworld are written, is they look at... It doesn't really differentiate between boundaries. It knows when Link's at a boundary, and then looks at basically the positive and negative of Link's X velocity, to determine which side to put you out of the encounter on. And so you can, basically what you can do is if you move with the fairy has instant acceleration, so you can move 1 pixel at a time. And if you can move onto that boundary, column, the boundary, the 1 pixel line of boundary, basically. I think I needed to go down here. Or no, there was the... I think I might need to go back... Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I think I went the wrong way. But basically, so with you can get into that transition boundary as the fairy. The task can do it as Link, but it's not really easily human inputable. But it's relatively easy to do with the fairy, and then once you get into that boundary, if it's on the right edge of the screen, then if you press left, it'll transition you to, as if you had gone all the way through the encounter, or vice versa if you're at the left edge of the encounter and you press right. It'll transition you to the right edge, so... And that only works on, what we call pass-through encounters, not, not like caves or anything like that, so... And it doesn't work for, say, like, palace rooms or anything like that, so... And I messed up and I didn't hit jump. I should have just cast fairy. Thank you for that $250 donation. I was not expecting to make that much for them to raise this much money during this run. That's incredible. Yes, thank you, Jonathan and Anonymous. Let's just cast Fairy now. Oh yeah, here's the staircase, or the elevator I didn't go down before the Canadian hole. What's that? Yeah. Okay, so here we're falling down a pit, casting Fairy, and let's hope that this is Barba. It's the item room. Well, I guess we'll check out the item. Yeah. $500 or 500 point bag there, that's not bad. Oh, we did clear that one. We got a P bag there. Just so the Rebenak is a mini boss in 2 places in Palace 6, and he's the main boss of Palace. Oh, okay, so we guess we did not need to go through there. Yeah, I was answering that. It's basically just Palace's... Did I go left here? Or does the right... Now I'm getting myself turned around. Right here was glove blocked. But Palace 3 is the main boss's Rebenak, the blue iron knuckle riding the floating horse. And then the blue iron knuckle, or that Rebenak boss, is also a mini boss inside of Palace 6 twice. Okay, so here we go. I turned back. Okay, let's reflect and shield, and we don't have jump, so... Okay, this enemy goes a lot quicker if you have jump. There we go. Oh, I almost fell into the lava there. Okay, so now we can go to Great Palace. We're gonna have level 667. That ought to set us up nicely. Yes, that's exactly what it does. Thanks for getting that question. At this point, we don't really need to kill anything. Wow. Yes, thank you. That's awesome. And so now we're in Great Palace. You'll notice there are different enemies that we haven't seen the whole time. We have fancy, awesome music. And, it's a very large palace. And there are 2 bosses, Thunderbird and Dark Link, that we're gonna have to fight both of. This is a shortened Great Palace, though, so it is, there are some rooms that have been removed, but, okay, I don't think I want to drop just yet. Or maybe, we've only gone a little bit, we'll take the drop. So... basically, I guess the drops either have to link you back to the beginning or take you towards in the direction of the boss. And since that was an early drop, it's good to take. I think it's a good one to take. But if you take a drop after fighting Thunderbird, it could loop you back to the beginning of the palace. And so those are risky drops to take. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Okay. Oh, nice. Actually, this has... Hey, we got the jar. that can be 50-50 chance of being either a jar, a red jar, or a red bird knight. Yeah, this color scheme is pretty rad. Okay, well... hit that dead end, so I'm gonna... start over. Yeah, there's basically everything is amped up in difficulty for Great Palace. It's not a simple scaling. I don't actually know how it works all the way, but there's... it can be randomized, the attack effectiveness, which is another interesting thing. It's not, I think it's normal attack effectiveness in this one, so, we did not go up here before. Gotta jump over the invisible pit. Okay. So I think we want to go left. I think this is a left required Great Palace. But since, like I was saying before, since you always enter the boss rooms going to the right, the strategy for clearing Great Palace is to go right as much as possible. Oh. Well, that's... I must have missed something then. After the next drop. There must have been a way to go left that I didn't pay attention to. Or an elevator that I missed. But we'll find it soon enough. Oh, heck, we're coming up on estimate. I feel bad now. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't go left here. And then this is a drop here, okay. Okay, so there's an enemy here. Okay. Don't get buzz thundered, as they call it. Okay, that goes to the right too. We'll check here first. bird night at the end of this. Oh, heck. And I don't have jump spell to get past there. About what? Yeah. Yeah. There's an option to shorten the Great Palace, and it can take away up to, I think, 50% of the rooms, or maybe it's up to 25%. Something like that. So, yeah, you can play some where you... Oh, hey. This is fun. Hey, we made it up. Oh! That was good. Okay, oh, that's a drop room, so we gotta go back. I guess I could have farmed for a jar in there. Getting Buzz Thundered. There's a Zelda 2 randomizer runner named Buzz Thunder, and he... Did I go to the right here? I can't remember now. Or was I coming from the right? Nope, that was there. So, between 25 and 50%. Thanks, Max. But Buzz Thunder has been... when he first started playing, he would always get hit on the head by the boss bots, as we call them. Or king bots. And so then it just became named after him. Yeah. And so it basically just takes out rooms that don't have an elevator, I think, and only they just have two connections, basically. Yeah, basically. And how much does Thunder cost? Still 78. It did not ever go down in price. So we're gonna need... Oh, here's Thunderbird, but we can't cast Thunder, so we're gonna have to take a Death Abuse. Yep, so... Okay, there we go. That was quick and painful. Okay, well we can't cast Reflect, so we'll just do Shield. Okay. There we go. Damageless fight. Thanks. I've actually fought Thunderbird with Attack 1 before, so Attack 6 is a cakewalk. These rooms can be bad depending on what enemies get randomized into them. Oh, that's a loop. Because we just came down this elevator here. We're gonna go get the ferry, just for safety. And then we'll go to the left. Okay. I would have to say my favorite thing... Oh, we're in the Eon room named after me. I can explain that after I answer your question. But my favorite thing, I like how it's sort of a min-max puzzle of trying to... When you want to go fast, you want to... Typically that means killing the smallest amount of, or smallest number of things that you can. But you also need to get experience to level up your stats to make you go faster. So it's kind of that optimization, you have to go slow to go fast kind of a thing. Yeah, I broke the Eon meta in the Eon room. Basically, when I faced Digshake in last fall's randomizer race, we were very close, and it came down to I took the drop in the Eon room, which was a gamble, and Digshake did not, and my gamble paid off, and I ended up winning because of it. So there we go. That is the Zelda 2 randomizer. I am being told that I do need to play some TGM, so let me real quick, and I gotta add something here. Let's add that. Doesn't really matter to me. I changed my setup a little bit for that, so I need to... I got my TGM board right here, just gotta hook it up. So... Okay, and... my fight stick. Gotta hook this up. Okay. So, fire that up. Switch my TV to RGB input. Turn on the SCART switch. Come into here. Let's, Oh, I forgot. I need to move that. Okay, so there we go with that. Swap those cables, because now we're running on RGB. And oh right, then I have to go into Amarak. Yes. This is TGM1. Yeah. Okay. So there we go with the TGM. So input the button code for rev mode, which just this past week I became the first player outside of Japan to get a GM rank in rev mode.
Ready. Go.
Thanks. And so this is also going to be at TGM a donation incentive for me to play reverse mode. So this is not the best stack. So uncovered those holes. Okay. I went too far with that drop. Kind of messing up my stack, but we can recover this. Okay, getting some upstacking going on. And then I make some mistakes. Oh, that was a bad misdrop there. That was a... Let's try to get into 20G at least. Not the best speed strat right there, but it'll do for right now. So yeah, I'm assuming people are asking about why I'm stacking ups or stacking downs so close to the bottom of the screen. And that is a speed tactic. The pieces don't drop instantly, so keeping a tall stack helps you play faster. Because you minimize the fall distance of the pieces, and that saves frames. Since when you manually drop the pieces, they fall at a rate of 1 cell per frame. And then the gravity also resets at level 200. Which, basically you want to be stacked up pretty high at the end of going into level 200. Ideally, so... And I just kind of messed that up. But that's okay. Oh, I played that on the wrong column, but... Hey, we got that T for the nice T-spin. Doing T-spin strats like a guideline player. So we'd really like to... Oh, dang it. I'd really like to uncover these holes. Okay. Mihara. Well, dang it. It's Thursday night, Central Time is when the Rev Mode Marathon is going to be. Oh, I forgot to stop the timer, and I can probably just exit that. And exit out of that. Yeah.
So, when is King of Fighters 02?
I don't know what that is. Oh. Actually, I have... Oh, gotcha. I am not... I know very little about fighting games. Let me start that over. I was adjusting the volume and kind of... And then I don't know how long you want me to go. I should probably... I do have work in the morning, so I shouldn't stay playing too long. After this game, you mean? Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that did not go how I expected it to go. Oh, that's... Okay, well, I don't want to end on a bad note like that. For some reason, the timer on the side didn't go away when I closed the app. Oh well. I'm missing some inputs here because just tired. Got the stack fixed up a bit. Okay. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get warmed up and... Oh, dang it, that was a bad misdrop. I thought I was getting warmed up and then now I'm just... Maybe I'll just do a regular, since... Yeah. Yes. Sorry, Well, this is it. Okay, I'm sorry that the Tetris did not go nearly as well as it should have, but I am just too tired.
Well, very fine.
Yeah.
People solve Tetris. Alright, so this is the pre-show. Yeah, pre-show. Post-show. Thank you guys so much for donating and watching, supporting, tweeting, telling people. Even if you weren't, thank you so much. We raised $4,000 for amazing homes. All thanks to you guys. We couldn't have done it without you. Hope you guys feel awesome about it. I feel awesome about it. I know everyone who's involved in Home of Pride feels awesome about it. So with that, thank you guys. You're the best. And until next event, have a wonderful time and stay proud.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess I'll say a final parting thing. Thanks for hanging out and watching. It was great to participate in my second Power Up with Pride. I don't want to steal Allie's thunder, but thank you all, and y'all are awesome, exceeding expectations like you did, so thanks.
Where do we want to take this to? We have 50 people. Let's make a game that was out of the schedule. What's a good game? Yes, no. So that, that's no. You know, I know where we're gonna take this. A really awesome Super Metroid runner. His name is Musa.
Awesome.
I think. Let me check. See what we're doing. He's practicing.
Yes, Allie's talking. Apparently desktop audio doesn't like to be muted. Let me just... Hopefully the mic will pick it up now.
Alright, so I feel when I find someone to host and they've been streaming for 9 hours. That was perfect, too. Let's see here. Is there anyone doing Mario RPG? Turn up speakers.
Yeah, sorry, I muted the desktop audio and now it won't come back in OBS.
Oh, a queer streamer. Okay, give me one. I just have like passing knowledge of a lot of like queer streamers because I don't watch a whole lot of Twitch other than people I just like I watch like a select few people and that's about it. For now, I trust your judgment. I trust Proto's judgment. Wait, does this mean communities? Can you search communities? I don't. I remembered something. Oh, Rowdy's streaming. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Let's see what Rowdy's up to.
Alright.
Let's see here. FF6 Hundo Casual. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going, ladies and gentlemen, and neithers. We are going to be going over to Rowdy Scott Bear 89, who is a awesome person and an awesome streamer. You're going to host him. So, what is the raid message? I got a good one. There's your raid message.
Alrighty.
There's your raid message. Go ruin his chat. I want his chat ruined. We have 47 people in here. Ruin it. Alright guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone has a wonderful time able to sleep now. So that's it for Power of Pride, and let's go.